I'm max level in the beta for Modern Warfare 3. I feel like an idiot. Here is why. So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 beta, in its current state, is a very stable game. Very, very little crashes. I had one, I think that was when I was trying to join a game. But the rest of it has been just fine. But the game itself, how it runs and plays, is 2019 all over again. I think Activision know what happened in 2019 was a bit of a fluke, but it worked. And they purposely went different directions with different developers for the game after that. Black Ops Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2. All three of those missed the mark compared to this. Modern Warfare 3 is an outstanding game, and I'll stand by it saying this now. This game is actually by far the best Call of Duty they've released, and it's annoying that they didn't release it sooner. Call of Duty versus Counter-Strike. Bear this in mind. Counter-Strike didn't change their game for over 10 years. They just left it with in-game sort of cosmetics, etc. Subtle changes. They didn't release anything new, really. They didn't need to because it wasn't broken, so why they try and fix it? So much respect for Valve for doing that. Now, Activision are money hungry, of course. They release a game worth 50 quid, 60, 70 quid each year, and it's radically different from the previous one. Now, sometimes it's good that it's a different experience, but sometimes it's bad when they take away things we like and interject stuff we don't. This game, Modern Warfare 3, is by far better than even Modern Warfare 2019 so far. It's way better than Black Ops Cold War, infinitely better than Vanguard, and Modern Warfare 2 is clearly the beta for this game. This beta may only feature a few game modes and a few guns and equipment, but there's hints to others, and of course we've seen that in Call of Duty Next. There's also a few default classes which show off other weapons and equipment you can play around with. They're a lot of fun, and I hope the balance of all those at release are all going to be pretty good. So Mosh Pit would just be hardpoint, domination and stuff like that, with Ground War with a few big games. No bots, it's just Ground War, not the invasion game mode. But either way round, gives us a hint of the pacing of the game, and you can play as fast or as slow as you want to. That's the bit that's important. It's the placing that you want to play at. It's not radically fast like in Cold War or Vanguard, and it's not ridiculously slow like Modern Warfare 2. This game has a sort of hybrid where you can run, slide, and get into this tactical view. I really like it. I've bound it to one of the back buttons on the controller here. I find it really useful for having an AR that's clearly good for range. You pop it into tactical view, and this allows you to now push with a weapon that wouldn't normally do that, with reduced accuracy. I really like how they've interjected this, and it feels like it's a balance between playing fast, playing slow. You can run and slide around the corner, and that kind of feels like you've got that pressing advantage. Really, really a big fan of that. There's actually a pair of boots you can use, which now changes so you run and slide, and you quite literally can slide cancel. It comes straight to your face when you put this piece of equipment on, and I find this is much more like the older Call of Duties we like. If you were to tap circle or duck while sliding, it will stop you in place. Almost that is giving you the slide cancel everyone's been requesting over these years. This is much, much better. You can use it if you want to, but if you want to play slower, of course you absolutely can. So we've got two environments to play in. We've got Ground War, which features a little segment of the new Warzone map. I'm glad we can have a little play and explore it. If you can jump into a helicopter, have a fly around, it looks quite cool in the distance. And we've got Mosh Pit, which of course plays on the old Call of Duty maps from way back when, in the original Modern Warfare 2 and 3. People are arguing this is lazy developing, just releasing maps again. But I kind of disagree with that for two reasons. One is most people who buy this game will have never played Favela and understand how good it is. Most people. The rest of us may be old enough to have played it before, really liked it before, but actually forgotten all the jump spots, all the angles, where do you stand to cap B, all those little things, of course, are still new. It's still a new map in some ways, being that there's new equipment and weapons and mantling, new ways to play this game. Essentially, it feels like a new map, but they're tried and tested 3-lane maps that have set the tone for many years after the release, back in 2011 or 12 or whatever. So many years ago, these maps were released, and they're now coming back, and I feel this is a great thing that we get to experience them all again. They're still great, and they've only modified them slightly to improve them based on the fact that you can now mantle. If you follow my Twitter, you may see that I've been using the Breacher drone, the new piece of equipment in the game. This is very different, and I'm really interested how this is going to work in Warzone. If you know you're within range of 120 meters of a downed enemy, or squad, or vehicle, this thing will just fly dead straight forward and explode when it hits the floor, the wall, or the bodies. Or, you know, times out. The thing is absolutely hilarious. The thing is crazy. I used it in the intro clip as well. This thing just doesn't home in on anyone. So there is a little bit of skill and a bit of timing for it, but it's a lot of fun. This is a piece of equipment I've never seen in Call of Duty before. And the fact that you can just throw it dead straight forward, it flies and flies and flies, and just blows up. It's great. Some feedback on these streaks, by the way. UAV pretty standard, but less needed than ever because red dots show on the minimap now. If you're using a silencer, you won't, but if you aren't, you're going to show up on the minimap with every bullet. UAV is kind of less important, so I've decided not to use it, but instead take down their UAVs and keep streaks going a lot longer, so I haven't got Ghost yet. In fact, no one on my team ever has Ghost. Over here we have mosquito drones. These are a game balancing mechanic. That's all it is. If you're losing and you throw a mosquito drone in the sky, it will more often than not kill someone on a kill streak. It's just designed to balance the game and make it more likely a draw. Very clever, well done Activision. Sam Turret just shoots things out of the sky. It's pretty much of a buzzkill, but I was just playing ground war and I thought I'd test it out, and it looks quite cool. Bear in mind, you can get killed by your own Sam Turret. How naughty. The Guardian is all over the place. A lot of people are using this because it's new. It's quite interesting in game modes like Domination and Hardpoint. You have it facing a certain way, it completely blocks people's access and vision down a certain corridor. If you have something with a roof over its head, like this area on Favela, this is quite a good place to put it. A very effective way to stop players running straight down the middle of the level and get B as easy. Counter UAV is pretty standard. I don't like them in Call of Duty, to be fair. I don't know if we actually need it in this game. Let me know in the comments, do you like counter UAV or do you not? The SAE is a lot better. Now, this is a kill streak worth having. This will destroy 3 areas of the minimap. It's nothing different from Modern Warfare 2, just so you know. Worth using, though. Remote turret's not out yet. I'm level 20. And I believe the beta goes up to level 30 next week. So maybe we'll have a play with that next week. And the Juggernaut. A lot of fun. Now, this thing really does disrupt the entire game. Everyone on the map knows where you are. You'll show up on the enemy minimap as a red dot. And this thing here is quite potent. It's got a lot of health. It only has a riot shield and a shotgun. But when playing game modes like Domination and Hardpoint, you are taking it if you want it. Subtle changes to a game that was already good can make it great. And this is what happens with Counter-Strike. This is what happens with Fortnite. And this is what's happened with Modern Warfare 2. It's been subtly changed to make it great, and that's what Modern Warfare 3 is. To go back to my original statement of I feel like an idiot, it's because I feel like I've just bought 2019 again. They didn't have to release Vanguard, Cold War, or Modern Warfare 2. They didn't have to. I would have been happy if they just left 2019's Modern Warfare alone and subtly released changes, new maps, new weapons and stuff and equipment throughout the next 3 years. The last 3 years of games have been fluff and filler, and I think Activision know that. They've sold us something different that they know isn't any better, and it's led to come all the way back around to what Modern Warfare is, and that is this game. This is probably going to be the best Call of Duty there is. It may not be the best selling because of how people feel about COD at the moment, but I do think it at its core probably will be the quote-unquote best Call of Duty that there could be. So with mechanics, balancing, game modes, equipment, the way it feels, that sort of stuff, arcade-ish. And so far, I'm a big fan of it. And I hope that they keep this game around for 2 years, because if you had a choice of last year's game for 2 years or this one for 2 years, and they enter this 2-year cycle, we know full well that this version is a lot better. My name's Gaaba. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more content, tips and tricks. Here's my first impressions of Modern Warfare 2/3 beta. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy. Leave a comment down below if you want. Thank you so much.